Click on the Lab Report Library page to access your personal library of lab reports. From the Lab Reports Library page, you can access any of your lab reports that you have in your library. Do that by clicking on the name of one. Here's a lab report called Magnets Act Like Springs, where magnets and a cart are used to investigate Newton's second law of motion. If you have a PocketLab Notebook Pro account, you can assign this lab report to a class full of students. Let's look at how to create your own lab report from scratch. Click on the Create New Lab Report button in the upper right corner of the Lab Reports Library page. You can either build your own from scratch or start with a template of a lab report. Here we'll begin by building our own. Click Build Your Own and give your new lab report a name. Click Create. Your lab report is now created. Click on the name of it to open it. You'll see an empty lab report. Use this toolbar here to begin adding content to your lab report. There are several types of cards that you can add to make up your lab report. For example, a text card allows you to add text, while a collect data card creates a space where you can connect to your PocketLab sensor and record data trials. Let's create a full lab report together that investigates the nature of light intensity. Here, I'm going to create an investigation using my text card. How does the intensity of light change the farther it is from the light source? That's the investigation question that we're going to look at today. I can create a question card and name it Hypothesis if I'm creating this lab report for maybe students to work on. Students would then be able to click on this answer section to add an answer to the question that you proposed. I can add an image card to give some further background information for students to use as they investigate the scientific question. And I can even add a YouTube video by pasting in a link to the video.
What I want to do in this video is give ourselves a basic introduction to the phenomenon of light. And light is...
Here I'm adding a video from Khan Academy on the background of light intensity. I could then add a text card where I would include a procedure for the lab. And now I can add a collect data card where students could connect to their PocketLab and record data. I can provide example data to my students by recording PocketLab data and saving it here. Here I'm going to connect to my PocketLab and record light intensity data. Those are the basics of creating a lab report, which you can then assign to your students if you have a PocketLab Notebook Pro account.